Greetings everyone. In this video, I'm going to be installing a set of mud flaps from WeatherTech. It was a really nice set for front and rear for the truck. The stock or factory mud flaps that you can get from Toyota actually kind of taper in some, so they don't really cover the full width of the tire at the edges, especially at the bottom edge. So I felt that this was the best option for my truck, and it has nice full coverage. Even if I upgrade the tires to something wider, I don't even like the look. This should be a pretty quick install. There's like 4 bolts on each wheel well to install these. It's really straightforward. Anybody with a set of hand tools should be able to do this, and I'm looking forward to getting them installed. Let's take a look, see how hard it is. The instructions say to start with the bolt that's right up underneath here on the back side. You know what? I'll even take you in underneath there so I can show you where it was. I installed some fender well liners back here. If you've watched my previous videos, there's normally a bolt right here. I removed that when I installed the fender well liners and didn't replace it. This clip is just holding everything in place. So if you have not replaced your fender well liners, you'll have a bolt there you'll need to remove. The next step is to remove these 4 bolts. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4 bolts will come out, and the mud flap will go in its place. Once you get them loosened up from tight, you should be able to just use the socket and unscrew them from there by hand. Yes, I know I have one more to undo. Now, WeatherTech provides all of the replacement screws. I'm just going to simply use the factory ones that I used from before, since they're here and in good shape. Now for the last bolt up here. Sits right up in here like this. This is notched out to go around my fender flares, but they do also have another style that if you don't have the flares, or it's just a flat body, that it will not be notched out, it'll be more straight up. This goes right here like this. Try and hold it with my left hand, and then feed these 4 bolts in that I just took out before. That one wants to cross thread. Come on. There we go. I just needed to push up on the mud flap some. Now it wants to go in straight. All right, and the last screw, they do actually want to put a screw in the bottom here. I'm going to use my extension so I can get it started by hand, make sure it doesn't cross thread. This needs to be pushed back a fair bit. And I'll tighten this one all the way down by hand. There we go. Now we just need to tighten the rest, and this one is installed. I'll tighten these down by hand first. All right, I'll grab the socket and just give them a little more tension, make sure that they stay tight and don't go anywhere. And for these, tight is tight. They do not need to be any significant amount of torque put on them. If you tighten them down too much, you will strip out the plastic screws or the plastic nuts or rivets or whatever they are. All right, and then I'll give a little more tightness on the one on the bottom. I check that down as much as I could by hand, and I'll go a little bit more here. All right, this is solid. That's not going anywhere. Now to repeat for the other side. Again, the first step on this side is to remove that bolt from underneath here. I've already done that since I did the fender well liners. So we just need to remove these 4 bolts here, hold this in place, and then screw it back down. And they do provide a full set of screws. So if you lose any of these or any of these are damaged, they have a full set of screws. You can replace every single one of them if you need to. If you're installing this on an older vehicle and these have all rusted out, great time to replace them. And again, I'm just going to use the factory bolts. I kept them after I did the fender well liners. They still are in great shape, so no need to replace them. I'll take a shot behind here so you can see what this looks like with the mud flap in place and the clearances and stuff that you have. It's a very nice fit. Oops. What did I do? I dropped something. And of course, it went right behind the tire. I'll figure out what that is as soon as I get this screw started. Oh, I knocked that one out. My bad. You don't want to tighten these down too much at first. You need some wiggle room in order to be able to get this back screw in place. Again, I'm going to grab my extension, socket, bolt, and we'll get this screwed in back here. This one lines up almost perfectly. I'm going to tighten this all the way down by hand first. And then I'll tighten the others down by hand, then give it a little more with a socket wrench. All right, simply because that's where I started tightening down before, I will just start down here. Oh, and I can tell I actually went too far on that. So I got that tightened down enough by hand, and that actually just pushed over one thread. So I'm just going to make sure it's nice and tight by hand, and that should do it. Give these others just a little bit. Snug is tight. You don't need to be tight. Clearances are tight in here. Let me try this way. It actually works a little better. That's on solid. That's the rears. The rears are done. I'll do the fronts momentarily. The installation for the front mud flaps is very similar to the back. You've got these 3 bolts here, and then there's a body clip right here that you'll need to remove. I have a body clip removal tool. I also suggest you turn your wheels, because this will give you a lot more room to get in there and work around and tighten down the bolts. There's also a bolt right here. Let's work on removing all of those. Get all these factory bolts removed. I just tightened it, didn't I? All 4 of these bolts are exactly the same, so it doesn't matter what order they go back in. They will all fit in all 4 of those places. Now to get that body clip out of the way. There's a little notch on the edge there. Grab it with the edge of your body edge tool or body clip tool or a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, small flathead screwdriver can get in here. There we go. And they have replacement body clips and bolts for all of these. So if any of them get broken or lost or are rusted from salt or weathering, they've got you covered. All right, let's get the new one in place. The instructions say to hold this in place and then start with these 3 bolts right up top here. The fit on these is absolutely spot on. This one appears like I may have cross-threaded it, so let me start that one again. There we go, that's even better. And again, you don't want these to be tight. I'm going to tighten the top one because that one isn't going anywhere. But these, you want a little wiggle room so you can make sure to get everything threaded in and screwed in where it's supposed to go. Now they do include new body clips that are longer, and that might be necessary to accommodate the thickness of the mud flap. So let me see. Yep, you're going to want to use their replacement body clip because it is a little longer. And they actually include 2 sets of body clips, so if you goof up, you've got another set, an extra set. You'll need 1 body clip on each side. Perfect fit. Now we'll do the bolt on the bottom. Grab my extension. And this lines up perfectly. I'm going to tighten these all the way down by hand. I am not going to tighten it down with a socket. I've learned with the back, I think the socket gives you too much torque. With this long handle, I can get a good grip on it, get a good amount of torque on it without over-torquing it. All right, this side's done. Time for the passenger side. Okay, and here on the front, on the passenger side, it's the same thing. Remove these 3 bolts, this bolt down here, and this body clip. Now we have the body clip right here to contend with. Now that I know I'm not reusing it, I don't care if I break it. Hold this in place, put the 4 bolts in. Again, this top one, I'll go ahead and run down fairly tight right now just to hold it in place. We'll put the other 4 bolts in, 3 bolts in, excuse me. There's 4 total. Or screws, I guess they could be considered hex head screws. While those are still loose, I'll get the one from up underneath. Apparently this one's not quite lined up. That's fine. And again, I'm going to go hand tight, tight. But no tighter than that. Now for the body clip, I should have put that in before I tightened these down. But it's in, and it's good to go. Let's do a quick walk around and take a look. Okay, so you can see the WeatherTech boxes that I got. This is all I needed for tools. Socket wrench, 10mm socket. I did use an extension and a body clip puller. That's it. And if you take a look, I think they look great. I think they look like they're supposed to be there. We'll get a closer look here on each side. See, this fits right around the edge of the body remarkably well. Tiny bit of a gap here. Not worried about that at all. Same story on the other side. Let's look at the front. Again, really nice look. Fits around the fender flares very nicely. They are concave on the inside. I suspect they will catch slush and snow in the wintertime. That's not a big deal. Give them a little swift kick. I'll let that right go. We'll look on the passenger side. Looks great. I'm very happy. Thrilled to have it. I think it finishes out the look of the truck really well. And I can't wait for my next project. Thanks so much. We'll catch you in the next video.